Good evening and welcome to NoorNews. Tonight, we lead with a major diplomatic shift as Hamas reportedly agrees to disarm under a new peace initiative, and we track the urgent search for 10 climbers missing following a deadly avalanche. We begin our coverage with these developing stories. Hamas has formally agreed to a proposal for disarmament following the announcement of a new regional initiative dubbed the Board of Peace by President-elect Donald Trump. According to the BBC, a senior official within the Hamas leadership confirmed the group's willingness to lay down its arms as part of the framework outlined in the plan. This development marks a significant shift in the long-standing conflict, though the specific terms regarding the timeline and oversight of the disarmament process remain under negotiation. While the announcement has drawn international attention, the Israeli government has yet to issue an official response or comment on the proposal. The Board of Peace plan, which was unveiled by the incoming administration earlier this week, aims to establish a new security architecture for the region. Analysts suggest that if implemented, this agreement could fundamentally alter the geopolitical landscape of the Middle East. However, observers note that significant logistical and political hurdles remain before any such disarmament can be verified or fully executed on the ground. We continue to monitor the situation closely for any official statements from Jerusalem or further details regarding the implementation of the proposed peace framework as the diplomatic process unfolds. 10 climbers, including a prominent mountaineer, are feared missing following a major avalanche in Pakistan. Among those reported missing is Nirmal Purja, the renowned climber known for his record-breaking ascents. According to reports from the BBC and Al Jazeera, the group caught in the incident includes one American, one Chinese national, one Omani, and 5 Nepali climbers. Local authorities have launched a search and rescue operation, though efforts are currently being hampered by severe weather conditions and the high altitude of the site. The avalanche occurred earlier today, triggering immediate concern among the international mountaineering community. Officials have stated that the identities of the missing individuals are being confirmed as ground teams attempt to reach the affected area. The Omani embassy and other diplomatic missions have acknowledged the situation, stating they are in close contact with Pakistani authorities to monitor the ongoing rescue mission. As the search continues, experts note that the region remains highly volatile due to recent snowfall and shifting terrain. We will continue to provide updates on the status of the rescue efforts as more verified information becomes available from the search teams on the ground. Regional security and stability took center stage today during a high-level diplomatic exchange between Saudi Arabia and Bahrain. According to the Qatar news agency, HRH Crown Prince and Prime Minister of Saudi Arabia, Prince Mohammed bin Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, held a telephone conversation with King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa of Bahrain to review the latest developments across the Middle East. The discussion focused on strengthening bilateral cooperation and coordinating efforts to address ongoing regional challenges. Both leaders emphasized the importance of maintaining security and fostering stability, underscoring the deep-rooted ties between the two kingdoms. This dialogue comes as part of a broader series of consultations between Gulf Cooperation Council leaders aimed at aligning regional policies in response to shifting geopolitical dynamics. The call reflects a continued commitment to proactive diplomacy, with both Riyadh and Manama seeking to ensure a unified approach to regional security architecture. While specific details regarding the measures discussed remain confidential, the exchange highlights the ongoing strategic partnership between the two nations as they navigate complex regional issues. The conversation concluded with a reaffirmation of the shared goals and mutual interests that define the Saudi-Bahraini relationship, signaling a sustained effort toward regional de-escalation and long-term peace initiatives. Spanish military units have been deployed to the North African enclave of Ceuta to bolster border security following a massive surge of migrants arriving by both land and sea. According to the BBC, between 2,000 and 3,000 people crossed into the Spanish territory on Thursday, overwhelming local border controls and creating chaotic scenes across the enclave. Tragically, at least 15 people are reported to have drowned while attempting the crossing. Footage from the scene shows hundreds of individuals swimming or using makeshift flotation devices to reach the shore, while others breached land-based gates to enter the city. Local officials had previously requested assistance from Madrid following a steady increase in attempted crossings, but the situation escalated rapidly as security measures appeared to collapse. Spain's Interior Ministry has formally accused human trafficking networks of exploiting a recent Supreme Court ruling, which determined that migrants intercepted at sea cannot be summarily returned to Morocco. The government alleges these networks are using the legal development to actively encourage the flow of undocumented migrants into the territory. Authorities remain on high alert as the military works to stabilize the border and manage the influx of people currently within the enclave. The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia has officially condemned a drone attack targeting 2 vessels docked at Egypt's Damietta port. According to the Qatar news agency, Riyadh issued a formal statement denouncing the incident, which resulted in a fire breaking out on board the ships in the northern Egyptian facility. The Saudi Ministry of Foreign Affairs expressed the kingdom's full solidarity with the Arab Republic of Egypt in the face of such security threats, emphasizing the importance of maintaining the safety and stability of maritime navigation in the region. While the statement did not specify the origin of the drones or the extent of the damage sustained by the vessels, it underscored the necessity of international cooperation to ensure the security of critical port infrastructure. Egyptian authorities have yet to release a detailed assessment of the incident or confirm the current status of the affected ships. The attack marks a significant security development for the Damietta port, a vital hub for trade and logistics along the Mediterranean coast. Regional observers are now monitoring the situation closely as Egyptian security services continue their investigation into the breach. Saudi Arabia reiterated its firm stance against any acts that threaten the sovereignty and security of its regional partners. FIFA has reaffirmed its commitment to its controversial reform proposals, stating that the organization is not for sale as it continues its consultation process regarding the future of the international football calendar. The governing body's stance comes in direct response to mounting pressure from European football authorities. According to the BBC, UEFA has issued a formal threat to boycott future World Cups should FIFA proceed with plans to host the tournament biennially rather than every 4 years. FIFA President Gianni Infantino has dismissed these concerns, emphasizing that the ongoing discussions are intended to modernize the sport and increase global participation, rather than prioritize commercial interests over the integrity of the game. Despite the backlash from major European leagues and confederations, FIFA maintains that the consultation phase is essential for gathering diverse perspectives from its 211 member associations. The governing body has signaled that it will not be deterred by threats of withdrawal, insisting that a comprehensive review of the current structure is necessary to ensure the long-term sustainability of football on a global scale. As the debate intensifies, stakeholders remain divided on whether the proposed changes represent a necessary evolution or a fundamental threat to the traditional structure of the sport. Strategic calculations in Tehran suggest that a state of limited, controlled conflict with the United States may currently serve Iranian interests more effectively than a total pursuit of peace. According to the report, Saudi Arabia's dilemma as it tries to stay out of US-Iran war, Iranian leadership appears to operate under the assumption that it can calibrate regional tensions with sufficient precision to maintain pressure on American interests without crossing the threshold into a full-scale, catastrophic war. This approach relies on the use of proxy networks and targeted maritime or aerial provocations designed to signal resolve while avoiding the specific triggers that would necessitate a direct, large-scale U.S. military response. Analysts suggest that Tehran views this gray zone strategy as a way to leverage its regional influence and force diplomatic concessions, all while keeping the conflict contained within manageable parameters. However, the report highlights the significant risks inherent in this policy, noting that the margin for error is razor-thin. Regional observers, particularly in Riyadh, remain concerned that such calibrated aggression could easily spiral out of control, potentially drawing neighboring states into a broader confrontation that would destabilize the entire region, regardless of Tehran's intent to keep the hostilities limited. Thank you for joining us for this verified update on today's global headlines. We will continue to monitor these stories as they evolve. NoorNews, verified before published.